Hello, classmates. Today, let's learn about the drawing method of wireframe prototypes and the points that need attention together. This class covers the drawing of wireframes from sketches, their related processes, as well as high-fidelity prototypes and other aspects. Now let's start the class. First, let's take a look at the sketches. When the project just starts, there is nothing better than drawing sketches with a pen. It's best that everyone in the team can draw a few strokes, express their own ideas. We draw all the required interfaces and put them on the blackboard, so that we won't forget the whole process. To structure the whole digital product or design project, the wireframe is its earliest and most important component. In most cases, designers will use and design wireframes based on the following considerations. First, building the foundation. Second, content-centered design. Third, more creativity and attempts. Designers generally express the design ideas of wireframes through the following understandings. You can directly draw wireframes on paper with a pen or use a professional design platform like Oxbeam. Most of them are suitable for team collaboration. If you don't want to use a paid platform like Oxbeam, you can also use software like Keynote and PowerPoint to present. Some designers like to solve all design problems in image editing software, like Photoshop and Sketch. If you are also a heavy user of such tools, creating the shapes and visual elements for wireframes will definitely be easy. The selection of the medium is just the beginning. Next, let's take a look at the specific design steps. Although there is no standard specification for the design of wireframes, but we have found that the following 5-step design process is the most practical. First, you have to create a content list that gathers all relevant materials. Before creating the wireframe, you need to organize them reasonably. Next, you need to create a visual hierarchy based on your content list. After your content list has sorted out all available items, it's not difficult to filter out the priority of each page. This part will divide the content you have planned before into different blocks, just like the cases created by Oxbeam. The content wireframe is only about the direction of the content, not the display method. If your tool supports it, the grid system can help you a lot, especially when multiple pages involve the same layout. After the basic structure is built, in the process of refining the details of the wireframe in the next step, don't forget the design of the user flow. At this stage, you can appropriately incorporate interaction and design patterns into it, and define the visual hierarchy of the whole interface more accurately. After you have designed the wireframe, convert it into a low-fidelity prototype so that you can start testing as early as possible. Choose the right design platform. You can easily add interactions based on the wireframe. Many excellent tools can even achieve this through simple drag-and-drop operations. After the low-fidelity prototype is completed, it is necessary to visually beautify it. Gradually move towards creating a high-fidelity prototype. When making a high-fidelity page, mainly consider aspects such as layout, color matching, and controls. After receiving the low-fidelity page, the first step is to analyze the layout of the whole page, the relationship between modules, and the priority levels. We can see several problems on this page. First, the title bar occupies the position of the banner. Secondly, the spacing between labels is too large, making the layout seem lacking in content. In addition, a card design is adopted. This is not suitable for a large number of lists. The last point is that the text lists are irregularly aligned. After finding the problems, we made modifications. By comparing the layout changes before and after the modification, we will find that the layout after the modification is much more reasonable than the previous one. After determining the layout, the second step is to customize the color matching rules. The main target users of the above layout product are young and middle-aged venture capital investors. considering making a difference from the competing products on the market and highlighting the atmosphere of the new era. The main color tone of the product is defined as yellow. After analyzing and modifying the color matching similarly, let's take a look at the design drawing after coloring. Because a reasonable color matching scheme is used, it looks very contemporary and comfortable visually. The third step is to consider the controls of page details such as texts and icons. The parts that need to be considered for the controls have a certain intersection with the previous color and layout. There are roughly the following points. The final page after the designer's repeated weighing is as shown in the left figure. Don't you think that compared with the previous low-fidelity picture, the final effect picture is very pleasing to the eye? Let's learn about the relevant concepts of mobile terminal systems and the iOS design specifications together. Mobile terminal operating systems include Apple's iOS, Google's Android, HP's Windows, Yallah's MeeGo, and Microsoft Windows. Among them, Android and iOS are the two systems with the largest market shares. Inches is a physical length unit for the screen. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 cm. Common sizes of mobile phone screens include 4.7 inches, 5.5 inches, 5.8 inches, etc., which refer to the lengths of the diagonal of the mobile phone screen. PX or pixel refers to the dots on the screen. PT stands for point. 1 pint is equal to 1.72 inch and is usually used in the printing industry. P stands for pixels per inch, which affects the printing size of the image. It represents the number of pixels per inch. The higher this value is, the more delicate the picture will be. To avoid affecting the image display size, both iOS development engineers and designers who use software like Sketch and Adobe XD2 design interfaces use the units of PT. Next, let's learn about the iOS design specifications. One of the pictures shows the existing models and screen sizes of iPhone mobile phones. The other is a correspondence table between iPhone models and pixels. The above are all the current sizes of iPhones. Among them, the commonly used design size is 750 multiplied by 1334 px at 2x. The representative size of the notch screen is 1125 multiplied by 2436 px at 3x. In the magnification item, at 2x represents a resolution with a magnification of 2 times, and at 3x represents a resolution with a magnification of 3 times. When designing, only the design draft with a magnification of 2 times needs to be designed. Just adapt it up and down. Finally, it is necessary to deliver sliced image files named with a 2x and a 3x at the end of the file names to the R&D department. When using Sketch and Adobe XD4 design, it is recommended to design with a size of 375 multiplied by 667 pt. When using Photoshop, it is recommended to design according to the size of 750 multiplied by 1334 px, and then adapt it left and right, as shown in the figure. For example, for the commonly used model iPhone X, the magnification resolution is 750 multiplied by 1624 px at 2x, which is actually an increase of 290 px on the size of 750 multiplied by 1334 px. The iOS interface is mainly composed of 4 parts: the status bar, the navigation bar, the content area, and the tab bar. The status bar is located at the top of the interface. ND is the area used to display the time, battery status, and battery level. The navigation bar is below the status bar. It usually contains the page title, navigation buttons, search box, etc. When designing iOS applications, there is also a safe area. That is, the remaining content design area after excluding the status bar, as shown in the figure. The elements in the navigation bar must follow the following alignment principles. First, the back button must be aligned to the left. The title of the current interface must be in the center of the navigation bar. It can be absent. Third, other control buttons must be aligned to the right. The tab bar appears at the bottom of the application screen in iOS specifications. The tab bar generally has the forms of 5, 4, or 3 icons. As shown in the figure, it is generally divided into two forms: pure icons and icons with text labels. The icons on the tab bar are generally 6 dpx, 30 pines in size, and the number is between 2 and 5. Therefore, two sizes of the tab bar can be seen: the regular tab bar and the compact tab bar. The app icon does not need to be cut with rounded corners, and the system will handle it automatically. The display color gamut of the iPhone is wider than the RGB color gamut when designers create drawings. So when setting colors on the iPhone, from the perspectives of psychology and color science, as long as it conforms to the temperament of the product, the color can be set freely. The official system colors of Apple are as shown in the figure. The English font used in iOS is San Francisco, SF. The Chinese font used is Pingfang SC, Heiti. When using different weights of the fonts, the main consideration is the weight of the information hierarchy.